Let's go over a few definitions. Please jot down the definitions and list on the Mark Making Learning Guide. Please note that by the end of the video, you will also need 2 blank sheets of paper. Our first definition is about line. A line is a path of a dot moving through space. So we can have lines that are curvy and organic. We can have lines that are angular or geometric. We can also have lines that are made up of dots. Line quality, a special character of a line. We want lines to look different, so we're going to be experimenting with how to make lines look different and have different qualities while we use different tools. Our third definition is medium. A medium is an art supply or tool used to make marks. The plural of medium is media. Let's look over our choices for media today. One of our first choices is just your plain old good number 2 pencil, the kind that you might use on your state testing. Our second one that we're going to use is just a plain old ballpoint pen. Another one we'll be experimenting with is a black crayon. We're going to be using Sharpie. And we'll also be using a mechanical pencil. It's very similar to your regular pencil, but sometimes it can give you a different line quality, which is something we're looking for. Last but not least is vine charcoal. Now your charcoal looks more like a small black stick. This piece of charcoal that I have, I actually found this summer while I was at the beach. It came from an old burnt shipwreck, and it also makes lovely black marks that we can experiment with. Moving on to number 4 on our definitions is value. Value is the lightness or darkness of a color. Now we're not using color on this project, but the principle still applies. Our next definition, number 5, is contrast. Contrast is a way to create emphasis by using different values, techniques, and even media in artwork. Please feel free to pause your video at any time to get down the entire definition. Variety is our last definition for mark making. For variety, this is a combination of differing elements to provide interest in an artwork. With our final project, we're hoping to have some variety in our line qualities. Now, once you've gotten the last of the definitions down, please get your 2 blank pieces of paper. On one piece of paper, I want you to label it as scratch paper and make sure your name is in the lower right-hand corner. Just set that aside. We're going to scribble and stuff on that later. The other piece of paper, we're going to fold down into 8ths. So let's do that together. Take your plain piece of white paper, fold it in half, fold it down in half again, and fold it down one more time, folding it in half again a 3rd time, and this should give you a piece of paper that's going to have 8 equal windows. Like that. On this paper, I need you to label it with your name in the lower right-hand square. and put your class period. Now, one last thing before we finish this video, you have one more section for listing. It says list the 12 techniques to be covered in video 2. So looking at your learning guide, the 12 techniques that we'll be going over in the next video. Number 1 is smooth. Number 2, scratchy. These names are not very technical, are they? Number 3 will be stipple. That's a little more sophisticated. Number 4 is dots and dashes. Number 5, scumble. Number 6, vertical lines. Number 7, hatch. Number 8, crosshatch. Number 9, contour. Number 10, zig, zag. Number 11, spirals. And number 12, bubbles. That's it. You may proceed on to video 2.